Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this evening in January of 2019. It's probably cold where you are. It's cold down here in Sweet Home, Alabama. I got a bunch of camellias on my bushes, and I just don't want them to freeze tonight. So I may actually go out and cover them over. It's supposed to go down in the 30s tonight. And that's just too cold for those camellia blooms. But anyways, it's January. It's supposed to be cold, right? I have some big news for you guys tonight that I'm going to share in a second. But before I forget, I always like to read this. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we got a bunch of callers on hold, and we'll get to them in just a second. But here's my big news. Last week, I was talking to two different clients on individual consults, one from South Africa and one from here in the U.S., and they both were caring for loved ones in end stage of life. And they both asked me within a 24-hour period, can you teach me how to do what you do, part of what you do, which is communicate with a spirit, either somebody who's deceased or somebody who's still alive. Like in one person's case, they were taking care of their mother-in-law, and she couldn't communicate anymore. So they were asking me lots of questions, and I was talking to the mom, and we were getting them answers. And my client said, can you teach me how to do that? And then she said, can you teach me how to identify the 12 phases of transition, which is what I talk about in my book, that we all go through when we're transitioning back into spirit form, when we're going to heaven. And I said, yeah, I think I can do that. So what's transpired in the past week, you guys, is I've put together what I'm calling angelic attendant training. How's that for a term? And what's going to happen is I'm going to teach people, anybody that wants to learn, how to communicate with any spirit, whether they're alive or deceased, themselves. So you'll be able to do what I do when I communicate with spirit, both alive and deceased loved ones and others. You know, if you want to talk to Abe Lincoln, you can do that. If you want to talk to Henry VIII, you can do that. It doesn't matter. And then people will learn how to identify the 12 phases of transition from life to death, which is how the angels and your deceased loved ones are positioned around you. And so that gives you help in knowing how close to death someone is. And it's really helpful when people live far away and they want to come in and say goodbye, and people are flying in and taking time off work and all of that. So I'll teach you how to do that. And also teach you how to develop and validate that intuitive voice, that psychic ability that we all have, how to do that and how to validate what you're getting is real. How I'm going to do this is once a week for 4 weeks. We're going to do a 2-hour class on Zoom video, and that'll be recorded in case your life gets busy and you can't join the class live. You can watch the playback. All materials are going to be included. I'm going to limit it to 12 people because that way I can give you really individualized attention, and the program's going to begin February 9th, so just in about 3 weeks. So I'm putting everything together to release it. It'll be the page on my site will be available as of this weekend, and you can sign up. I think I have 3 people already interested. So the spots are going to fill up quickly, and I'm so excited about doing this. So I'm feeling inspired to do it with those 2 questions within a 24-hour period. And they said, can you teach us soon? Because we're caring for these loved ones who we don't know how much longer they're going to be around. I said, yeah, I can. So I'm excited, and I hope you are too, and I hope you can join us in the class. All right, let's go to the phone, and let's see who we have. I believe our first caller is Anna. Hi, Anna. Anna, are you there? Hello? Anna? Well, let me try somebody else. How about Linda? Hi, Linda.
Hi,
Linda.
Julie.
Hi, there you are.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, girl?
I'm very, very, very good. So happy to hear your voice, and a treat. Such a treat.
Me too, to hear yours. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Sedona, Arizona, which is northern Arizona in the Red Rocks. Gorgeous red rocks dropped out of, I don't know, God's hands, right at the base of the Coconino National Forest. So I'm living with wildlife around me when I used to live in a city with sidewalks.
What? Yes, Sedona is amazing. The first time I went there, Linda, I remember driving up there, and I remember saying to myself, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, because it is so gorgeous. I was saying that out loud to myself in the car, and I was driving alone. It was crazy.
I keep saying that, but John Paul thought it was about him.
John Paul, you were just the catalyst to get her there, right?
I believe I was.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, welcome, you guys. You got a question for me?
Well, Julie, are we okay on speakerphone right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Do we have it's interesting and not interesting, and of course, but of course, a horse is a horse, because we're experiencing some transition within the family structure. John Paul's father's transitioning, and I know that it's imminent and it's very, very soon. And not only do I want to support John Paul through the beauty of this, but also be able to support his family members through this. And so, of course, this class comes up, announcement in that area. So
interesting. Yes, timing. Okay, so you're the third person in a week then.
So I find that very interesting. The class is coming up, and John Paul's very clear and very with what's happening with him. So I like that. I know where to send family members for support. My question for me is not so much in that realm. If it's okay if I ask a question.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
About I hate to say this again, this low back issue and hormone issue, and how much of it all is entwined, and medical depression. I just don't want to take those medical prescribed antidepressants.
Okay.
And I also know that part of depressed is body pain. So
So you're in a lot of pain, and you think your hormones are out of whack. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. And it's that injury is not healing.
Okay. All right. Anna, I see you come back in, so I'm going to put you on mute again, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. She had fallen off, who I was trying to get to earlier. Okay. Well, so Linda, do you want me to do a medical scan on you and see what's going on?
I do.
Okay. All right. So how this works, everybody, if you're a first-time listener, how this works is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we are all spirits attached to a human body. And when we are attached to a body, our spirit vibrates more slowly, simply because the body has mass. So what I do is I raise my vibrational level. I've learned how to do this. I turn it on and off at will. Takes me a nanosecond. I'm going to raise my vibrational level. I'm going to close my eyes, Linda, and then I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's going to hook into you in Sedona. And then I'm going to shoot energy from your feet up through the top of your head, and it will be as if I'm looking at a hologram of you. And then I'll be able to see the equivalent of an MRI or a CT scan or an X-ray. And the energy is always going to go where it's most needed first. So we'll just see what comes up. Okay? So Here we go. Here comes my laser beam, that too, heading from Sweet Home, Alabama, coming out to you in Arizona. Okay, got you. Shooting energy from your feet. Okay. So the hologram, that is you in my mind's eyes being turned around to the back. I'm looking at your back. Yeah, you look like a back pain commercial with just a drawing of you with just this red cloud of inflammation over your low back. It goes from above your waist to about, just right above where your cheeks are on your bottom. So let me get the inflammation down. Inflammation always looks to me just like red fog. And so how I get underneath it to see what's going on is I apply anti-inflammatory energy, Linda, and it is kind of a royal blue color, and that gets it calmed down. Okay, you have a bulging disc on the right side of your low back. Have you seen that? Have they seen that in a scan or in a X-ray or anything?
I was told that was an area that if I fell, I was going to be in really bad trouble, and I would be looking at that I was right there.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm watching an energetic healing happen to you right now.
So I fell.
Okay. Well,
I fell.
So what I'm watching happen is a healing, and so what's happening, Linda, is that vertebrae that's squeezing that disc is being propped up. The disc is getting put back in place, and I see this all the time in my mind's eye. And there's this little really fine netting that is being put on both ends of those vertebrae to hold that disc in place. And now I'm watching it get braced. You got a little bit of collapse, more so on your right side than on your left side. So by propping that up, that props the other ones up next to it. Left side's compressing a little bit too, so I'm just propping those up. I don't see any bulging discs on the left side. It looks to me like most of the problems on the right side. Are you having sciatica pain too with it? Is it going down your leg?
It started to wrap around my leg, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing
sciatica.
Yeah, I'm seeing that inflamed too, so I'm calming that down as well. So I put anti-inflammatory energy on that to get that calmed down. So see if that helps. I think that rest, obviously, anti-inflammatories, that kind of stuff is going to help you in the short run with that. Let me look at your hormones real fast, and then I'm going to need to run and get another caller on. But, yeah, you need hormones. So bioidentical, and best place to find a doctor is A4M, the letter A, number 4, letter M, .org. Okay. A4M.org stands for the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, and you can find a doctor in your area that can help you.
Awesome.
Okay. The other thing is, if you email me, julie@askjulieryan.com, I can send you another link to a physician in your area that might be able to help you too.
Great.
Okay.
I appreciate it very much.
You bet. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. All right,
you
Julie.
Bet. Take care.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Bye, John Paul. Okay. Let's try Anna again and see if we can get her on. Anna,
hi, Julie.
Are you there? There you
yes,
are.
can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Before I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me because of a mess I did with my headphones, so it's my fault.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, I'm glad we have you now. Where are you calling from?
Florida, South Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, terrific. Well, good. Well, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, actually, I would have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna ask you only one, and then I'm gonna schedule a private session so that I can ask more for the private session. Could you do a scan on my body? There's a lot going on in my life right now at an emotional level, psychological level, physical level. So I will need to address all these aspects. But at the moment, if you could do just a scan on my body, and because I suspect as well that I have a few conditions, but I think I have yeast and mold inside my body, and I would like to know if you can see that.
So I have you on my radar already. I went ahead and connected to you while you were talking, just for, time's sake. And
Sure.
And it's so funny. What I was going to say is, some of my visuals are really hilarious, Anna. So they're just so that they can be an analogy so you can picture what I'm seeing. What I'm picturing is the Pillsbury Doughboy, which looks to me like normally I'll see that if somebody's full of yeast. So that's what came up first. And then you said, am I full of yeast and mold? So let me get underneath that and see what's going on. You have a lot of inflammation. Are you having pain?
But yes, at my knees, joint pain at my knees mainly.
Okay. All right. So let me get that calmed down. That's like I said to Linda, our last caller. I don't know if you were back on and got to hear that, Anna, but the energy always goes where it's most needed first, even if it's something that we're unaware of. And just after 25 years of doing this, I just trust it. So I'm getting that calmed down, the inflammation, and let me go back in and see what else is going on. You look swollen. You look like you look swollen. You look like you're carrying a lot of extra water and
yes,
and puffy.
Yes.
You look puffy to me. So
in my body. Yes, it's true. I have a lot of water retention because of all the stress I'm going through and eating bad and sleeping bad and it's all
I can see that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm removing that just to help you feel better. So you may have to go to the bathroom a lot. Prepare yourself.
Good.
And, which is good. Drink lots of water because that'll help flush it out. But I think that will help. And then we'll do a deep dive and we'll figure out what's going on and what the cause of all this is when you schedule your private session.
Sure.
Okay. Just go to AskJulieRyan.com and you'll see book an appointment and then just pick a date and time.
Perfect.
Okay. Thanks, Anna. Thanks for calling.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Musa. Hi, Musa.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Today I'm calling from Connecticut.
What's happening up there?
Not a whole lot. I think I spoke with you about a couple of weeks ago regarding some knee pain and back pain. I wanted to follow up, see if any improvement is on your radar or not.
How are you feeling?
Well, definitely much better compared to last month, definitely.
Good. Did you do something differently or just after we did a healing on you? Or both?
Well, I wore one of those, like a back strap just to hold your back bones together, and I had a knee strap, and I had one of those shoe inserts. That's all I did. I tried not to do much exercise and just take it easy.
Yeah, the body just has a tremendous capacity to heal. And it's funny because I got an email from a client today who said, blah, 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 I still have this situation after one healing like 6 months ago. I'm thinking, okay, well, the body takes its time to heal. We expect to take a pill and have whatever the issue is be gone immediately. And that's not necessarily how it works. And it's not necessarily the best way for it to work because you want it to heal completely. And, good old-fashioned Mother Nature knows what she's doing when she's healing our bodies, when our bodies are healing themselves. So that's what I do, Musa, as you know. I just help the body facilitate healing. So I've got you on my radar. Your right knee still looks like it's not right. Was it your right knee that was the problem?
Yes, it was.
Okay, all right. That one is still not right. So it's not inflamed, but it's not lined up correctly. So I'm watching a chiropractic adjustment happen to it, and it's just getting everything all lined up correctly again. And then let me look at the rest of you. So you were saying your back was hurting you before?
Yeah, the back was hurting too.
Okay. All right. I'm not seeing inflammation in your back either, but I'm seeing a chiropractic adjustment happen again. So go see your chiropractor and get adjusted, and I think you're going to be good as gold.
Good. Anything on the ankles by chance?
Let me check them. Right ankle's a little whacked still. A little bit of inflammation in your right ankle. Let me get that calmed down. Did you chip it? Did I see that before? Did you have a little bone chip out of there?
No, I don't.
I think you did something. Did you bang it or something? You've got a teeny weeny little bone chip out of it. So I'm just watching it get repaired. And imagine, Musa, if there's a little bit of putty getting put where that little chip is, to build the ankle back, the bone. And then I'm watching it centrifuge, and that will make it turn into bone and fix your ankle. I see this all the time. Okay, inflammation's gone now. So I hope that helps.
Well, thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Take care. Bye now.
Yeah, you too.
All righty. Let's see who's next. I believe it's Miss Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I
pray where you're calling from.
Queens, New York. Happy New Year. And I pray that God will give you good health, happiness, and prosperity for the new year.
Well, thanks. Same right back at you, babe.
Thank you.
Got a question for me?
Yeah, the government shutdown. I'm very upset, even though I'm not a government employee, but it does affect all of us because I'm looking online and I see the farmers can't get the subsidies they need so they could grow their produce. And what's going to happen? I'm trying to become a vegetarian. In a few weeks, I'm going to be doing my vegan diet, and I need my fruits and vegetables. How are the farmers going to grow? The air traffic control. 800,000 people are without work, and the ones that have to be forced to go to work, don't get paid. And how are they going to go to work if they have no money to go to work? That they have to pay for the transit for them to, it's like, what do you see about it?
So what's your question?
When's it going to when do you think this thing will finally put an end and all these poor people will finally go back to work?
Okay. Well, as you know, and for those of you who are listening who may not know, the way future events work is there are a million variables that come into play, and it affects the outcome of future events. And our human minds don't have the capacity to understand all those variables. So I can give you information at this moment in time that I'm getting, and I can give you information that will be accurate, and I can give you information of things that have happened in the past that will be accurate, because those things are set in stone, Patty. Future events, I can give you something right now, I'm give you an answer, and I will. But, in an hour it could be different. God knows.
Right.
In Washington, they're probably round-the-clock negotiations going on. So when
it's all about freaking wall. That gets me upset. Yeah. It's all about freaking wall,
Well, how much longer will the United States government be shut down in this shutdown that's going on currently? At this moment, I get another week. That was the answer that came through. Another week.
Okay, that's good. Not years, like the way he's threatening?
Well, it's all negotiation. So at this moment in time, I get another week. Now, I'm sure that what's going to happen is people are going to come up with solutions that haven't been thought of. And I believe that everything, even when things look bad, Patty, everything happens for our benefit. In the spirit world, there's no judgment. There's no good or bad. It's just an experience. The judgment is a human thing that we all have. But if you look at things in your life that have happened, that when you were going through them, you kept thinking, oh, my God, this is so awful. But then when you got on the other side of them, most of the time, if not all of the time, we can find rays of sunlight in that awfulness that end up serving us, right?
Yes, I believe that.
This will be another example of that. I don't know how, but I believe that good things will come out of this for all that are involved.
Yeah, you appreciate the government workers even more now.
Yes, you do. Right. And you appreciate all the ancillary businesses that serve government agencies who are affected as well. I have a dear friend that lives in D.C., and she said there's no traffic. She said it's amazing. It's great getting around the city, but she even said there are so many businesses that are affected, even down to cafes and dry cleaners and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're right. It's a domino effect. But great question.
All right.
Great question.
Well, thank you so much.
You bet. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye. Okay, we do this show every Thursday night, you guys, and it's at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533677#. You can find this information a bunch of different places. My website, AskJulieRyan.com. That's Mission Control. You can find everything you need there. On the homepage, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the call-in information. You can find it anywhere you download podcasts. I believe we're on about 40 networks: iTunes, Stitcher, iHeart, Google Play, Blueberry, lots of them. In the show notes, you'll see this call-in information. Also on social media, I am at Ask Julie Ryan on Instagram. Please follow me. And also on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. And I always post something on the day of the show as a reminder. And then my blog, which I put out usually on Wednesday nights or Thursday mornings. And in the body of the email, it has all this call information as a reminder. So sign up for my blog when you go on my site, AskJulieRyan.com. And then that's a question that somebody has submitted. I choose a question each week, and then I answer it. And those come in from all over the world. Those are fun to see what the questions are, and even more fun to see what the answers are that we get. And when you're on my site, consider signing up for a private appointment like Miss Anna is going to do. And then I have a whole hour to talk with you, and we can talk about whatever you want. We can do medical scans. We can do PET scans. We can talk to your deceased loved ones. We can talk to your spirit guides. We can do past life stuff. I can tell how close to death somebody is. So any and all of the above we can cover in an hour. And I promise you, it is so much fun, regardless of what we talk about and regardless of how serious it is. We laugh a lot. It's really fun to do that. So consider doing that as well. Okay, speaking of questions submitted online, this one was interesting, and it comes from Stacy, and Stacy lives in Santa Rosa, California. And she asked, "Hi, Julie. I'm 36 years old and have 2 kids. My youngest is 3. In the past few years, life has just been crazy. My last pregnancy was tough, and the subsequent postpartum anxiety, and she put in parentheses, for which I was medicated, was awful too. My husband was a manager for a furniture store and worked 60-plus hours a week, leaving me mostly as a single mom. Then he lost his job and was out of work for 6 months. In addition, I was hit by a truck while crossing the street, and our town fell victim to the wildfires. Needless to say, my life has been chaotic. Now, you guys, you can't make this up. This is a lot that's happened to this gal in a short period of time. I was reading this note from her, and I was thinking, holy moly. She went on to say, things are finally looking up, but I want my body and health back and can't seem to let myself take care of me. I haven't been able to clear my head enough to get some advice from my spirit guides on what steps I need to take to get healthy. I try, but nothing seems to stick. Please help! Exclamation point. And please help is in all caps. So she wanted to get my attention on that. Here's my response. Hi, Stacy. My goodness, girl. It sounds like you're vying for sainthood. Any of the circumstances you mentioned would be enough to stress out most of us, let alone the combination of all of them in a short period of time. In order to provide some suggestions for you, I first energetically connected to you in California and was able to do a medical scan on you. What I saw was a multitude of issues. First, your energy field looked like it had a bunch of static in it. Picture TV snow when a television isn't working properly. This phenomenon can be caused by too much electromagnetic frequency, and I put in parentheses EMF energy, in your home from Wi-Fi, utility smart meters, cell phones, computers, etc. I grounded you, and the symptoms disappeared. Try to remember to walk barefoot in the grass or on cement or stone for a few minutes each day in order to stay grounded. For those of you that live in really cold areas, in order to stay grounded, if you have a cement basement that's on ground, it's on dirt, walk on that barefoot for a few minutes a day in order to ground yourself when it's too cold to be outside. Also, garage floors are too cold because it's not heated. But if you have a basement, you can use that. I went on to say next, I could tell your hormones still aren't right, so I put energetic estrogen into your body and watched it return to a balanced state. Please refer to my blog, Postnatal Mystery, for more information about the cause and fix for this condition. Go on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, under my blogs. Postnatal Mystery was about a gal who'd had a baby recently, but she looked like she was in menopause, and it didn't make sense to me. So I called my personal OBGYN, and I said, what's up with that? And she works with me all the time on energetic stuff, so she knew what was going on. So, hi, Mary. I see you've joined us. I'm going to mute you, and I'll come back to you. So check that out, Postnatal Mystery. Lastly, it looks like you're malnourished. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of overweight people are lacking vital nutrients and vitamins. It's said that food is medicine, and I believe it. My advice is, if God made it, eat it, and if man made it in a factory, avoid it. Even your little children will understand that guidance. You may want to get your gut biome tested to learn exactly what foods are best for your body and health. And there's a link on my blog if you want to click on that. In the meantime, download the free food chart from bulletproof.com and follow it. Keep taking deep breaths to calm yourself when you feel overwhelmed. You're obviously an amazing woman, and I'm sending you lots of admiration and support. Hope this information helps. Holy moly, what a lot that woman's been through. And the Santa Rosa wildfires were just devastating. I remember hearing about them on the news when they were happening earlier this year. So God bless you, Stacy. Thanks for submitting that question. Okay, let's go back to the phone. And I believe our next caller is Goma. Hi, Goma.
Hey, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, girl?
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you, finally.
Nice to meet you, too. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
All righty. Well, terrific.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.
Do you have a question for me?
Yes. I I haven't been feeling well for a long time. So I wanted to see if you can do a scan on my body.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been going on for 4 years now.
Oh, no. Do you want to tell me what some symptoms are so we can kind of pinpoint it just for time's sake?
Yes. I think inflammation, because I have a lot of joint pain. I have a lot of joint pains. And also my heart also beating abnormal these days a lot. Like I'm scared. Like a scared feeling.
How old are you, Goma?
I'm 41. I just turned 41 on the 5th.
Okay. Oh, well, happy birthday, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've got you on my radar while you were talking, and what came up immediately was pictures of wheat. I think you got a wheat allergy going on. Do you eat processed food with wheat in it?
Yeah, I eat bread,
like
pasta.
Bread and crackers and pasta and stuff. Lay off the wheat in the short run. I would just stop it. Stop wheat.
Stop wheat. Okay.
Eat rice pasta and stuff like that. You know, there's other things that you can eat. Spaghetti squash is great. You can eat that instead of pasta. I think you have a wheat allergy. I think it's going to be dramatically reduced. When I get somebody's image in my mind and I see pictures of wheat, boom, that's a wheat allergy right off the bat. Okay. As far as your heart, let me check your heart.
How about what's the name? Barley too, or just the wheat? And gluten?
Barley. I would get off all gluten. Once your inflammation calms down, then you can start trying to add things back in if you want. But the thing is, it's once you stop it, if it's a problem for you, even when you eat it again, it's just going to pick up where it left off. So you're going to know right away that it's an issue. Okay. As far as your heart, you're in a little bit of arrhythmia, is what I'm seeing. Like your heart is kind of skipping a beat and then it's speeding up to catch back up to regular.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm watching happen, Goma, is I'm watching an energetic healing on that, and it's the equivalent of a heart ablation that they do in the hospital. And what it does is it shocks the heart, and then it gets it back into the right rhythm. And so I'm watching that happen. There's current going around your heart. They're like little electrodes that have been placed on your heart, and then I'm watching it get shocked, and now they're being removed and the heart's beating normally. So I think that will help. I also think that I think you're going to notice a difference when you get off of all the wheat and gluten in that area as well. And you may want to consider doing a private consult, and we can do a deep dive. Just go to AskJulieRyan.com and pick a date and time, and let's spend an hour on this stuff. That procedure I just described, when I watch healings happen, Goma, oftentimes they emulate what I saw. I'm an inventor of surgical devices sold throughout the world, and they emulate what I saw in the actual operating room and in the hospitals. And sometimes they involve things that I don't think have been invented yet, and procedures and devices, which is really fun as an inventor for me to watch. But I think that's what's going on with you. So hopefully that will help. Okay? So thanks for calling.
So you think a heart ablation will help, right?
I don't know that you need it. Let's check in on it. The energetic one that I just watched happen may take care of it.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Take care.
Right. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's see who else we have. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm great. Thanks. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you. Where are you calling us from?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, horse country.
Yes, that's what I moved here for.
Go Cats.
Yes, exactly.
My goddaughter graduated from UK, and I went to see her several times while she was in school. So it's a beautiful campus and a beautiful town.
It really is. It really is. I like living here.
Yeah, I've even been to Keeneland several times, the racetrack.
Oh, I love Keeneland. It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah, people know of Kentucky with Churchill Downs, which is obviously fabulous too. I've been there many times, but Keeneland is cool. It's just smaller and more intimate, but beautiful.
And that's where all the stars first are shown to the public through the auction. So you see them first there as yearlings.
Oh, good. Well, how may I help you this evening?
Well, oddly enough, I was calling. I had heard the woman before talking about her cat. I just lost my cat that I've had for almost 19 years, and I actually found her at Keeneland when I was working on the back stretch there. And I have a lot of guilt surrounding it, and I just want to know she's okay.
Okay.
I have a lot of guilt. I didn't do as well by her as I should have. I know she loved me, and I know she absolutely adored me, and her eyes were always on me. And I want to know that she's still watching me and still here.
Yeah. What was her name, Mary?
Pumpkin.
Oh, cute. Mm-hmm. Well, you want to hear something woo woo real fast?
Sure.
Right when you were talking and telling me about Pumpkin, Kathy, who's the gal with Katie the cat, who you've heard on the show, called in, and I just muted her. We'll get to her in a minute. So there you go. There's some woo woo for you. At the exact moment you mentioned her name, Kath. I know you can hear us. Mary mentioned your name, and then you called in. So how about that? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, Mary, is I'm going to connect to you in Lexington, and then we're going to connect. I'm going to connect from you to Pumpkin, and we'll just have a quick conversation with her. Okay? And you can get your questions answered, and then we'll go from there. All right. So here we go. Laser beam coming up from Alabama. Got you. Okay. Got Pumpkin. Okay. Questions for her.
Did she resent me for getting a dog?
No, but she says you need to get a kitten. That was the first thing. As soon as I got her on my radar, she said you need to get a kitten.
She hated other cats. I'm glad to hear that, though.
Yeah, she wants you to get a kitten. So how about a cat? I said, how about a cat? She goes, no, a kitten. All right. Excuse me. She's very opinionated.
She was a people's cat, so she was always around people if they were there. She had to be around somebody. Never liked being alone.
Did you take her to the stables with you?
She was a barn cat. She did go to the barn before. She did go to another barn before when I worked in New Jersey. I took her there to meet one of my favorite horses.
Mm-hmm.
So she's into stables.
Yeah. She says she's around you all the time. She said that you think you've seen her a couple of times. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's saying you were seeing her.
Good.
And she wants you to know she's around you, and she's showing me that when you saw her, it kind of looked like she was kind of slinking a little bit, like out of, trying to sneak a little bit, but she knew that you saw her, and that was the whole intention, so that you know that she's around. So the other thing is she's saying you may feel her, like snuggled up next to you. If you think you feel her, you do. You are feeling her. If you think you see her, you are seeing her. If you think you are hearing her, you are hearing her. Okay? And that
heard her.
Okay. So that's why she's telling us all this stuff. So that's why she's letting you know that she's around you.
I thought she might be.
Yeah.
I felt like she's never left.
Yeah. To help comfort you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she still thinks you need to get a kitten.
I got to wait a little bit to settle, but I will.
She said, and give her toys.
Okay.
I guess it's going to be a girl kitten because she's calling calling the kitten her. She's saying, give her my toys. Yeah.
I will. The dog ate most of them, but I'll find the one that she loved the most.
Oh, gosh. Well, you sound better already.
I do. He helped me through my course that I have now. I had worked with his mother for a really long time on the racetrack, and when she died, because I worked with her for her time on the track and then her time at the farm here, and that's why I moved to Kentucky. Pumpkin helped me get through the loss of her when she died.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was holding her son's head in my arms this evening, and I know he's going to help me too. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, in that training, I don't know if you you probably weren't on. I'm going to do a training, and it'll be on my site this weekend, and I'm calling it Angelic Attendant Training, and it's going to teach people how to communicate with any spirit, either alive or deceased, and that counts for animals as well. And if you're a horse trainer, you're probably a horse whisperer already, but this can help you. So consider checking that out, the Angelic Attendant Training. Yeah, and you'll be able to communicate with Pumpkin and also with this new baby girl kitten that's coming your way. So, okay. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Take care,
Thank
Mary.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, our next caller is Susie. Hi, Suze.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing okay, thanks. I appreciate you taking my call. I was calling actually to ask something about my son, if you're able to tell me if something's in his best interest. So he was feeling really great all summer, and then he started to feel depressed around Thanksgiving. And I know he's not willing to go to Amen. I know you recommended that before, and it's $4,000 to get diagnosed, and so that's not really on the table. But what I'm wondering about in his best interest is there's someone on our plan who I've been able to get a cancellation for January 30th, and there's someone off our plan who I've been a woman, so that was a man, and there's a woman, and I sent her an email today asking if there's any way, her assistant said, to ask if there's any way for her to make a closer appointment, because my son really just seems to be in such a bad state. Not that he's, saying he's suicidal, but he's just really, really feeling bad, and I know we can't really wait till the 30th, so the other option would be to take him to the emergency room, but then, he's not taking any medication right now, and I just don't know if the emergency room doctor would know, what to diagnose or how to, what to get him. So those are the three options. I'm wondering what's in his best interest. Whether the man might have a cancellation. I keep calling, and I've gotten 3 cancellations so far from February 19th to the 5th to the, 30th, but still right now I just know that we need to do something, and my insurance told me to take him to the emergency room today, but I just thought I'll wait until tomorrow at least when he does see a counselor tomorrow. So anyway, that's what I'm calling about, see if you have an idea of what might be in his best interest. Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it in your voice. I'm so sorry. So, Suze, tell everybody where you're calling from.
The San Francisco Bay Area.
San Francisco. Okay, so is it in Susie's son's best interest to go to the emergency room for treatment for his depression? I get a yes, Suze.
Really? Okay.
I get a yes. Does he need to be admitted at this moment in time? No.
Yeah.
Is it in his best interest to see the woman? Was she a psychologist?
Psychiatrist.
Or a psychiatrist. Is it in Susie's son's best interest to see the female psychiatrist? Yes. She's part of your plan?
No, she's not. It's $550 for a 1-hour appointment.
Okay. Yeah. Or is it in Susie's son's best interest to work with the man psychiatrist? Is it in his best interest to work with the woman psychiatrist? Yes. With the man psychiatrist? Yes. I'm getting either one. Is it in his best interest will the emergency room visit suffice until he can get in to see the psychiatrist that's on the health plan? I get a yes at this moment in time, Suze.
Thank you, Julie. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, I hope that helps. And again,
yes,
thank
you.
Yeah, future things. It can change, but at this moment in time, that's what I'm getting.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, I was telling my friend Patty today that you're so amazing and that I totally trust you. So thank you very much.
I hope you're feeling better, too.
Yeah, thanks. I'm starting to feel better, but yeah, I'll keep working on it. So thank you, Julie. Bless you.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Thanks,
you too.
Thank you. Okay,
bye-bye. Okay, and then I think our next caller is Kathy. Hi, Kath.
Hey, Julie.
How are you, girl?
Oh, a little verklempt.
Oh, no.
I don't know exactly why, but I'm sure a lot of it has to do with my baby girl. I think she's okay. I mean, we've been to the vet, and they think she has a bladder infection, so she's being treated for that. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just wondering if there's anything, if that really is what's going on with her, and if there's anything else I can do for her. She's here listening as usual.
Okay. So tell everybody who your baby girl is and tell everybody where you're calling from, please.
My baby girl is Katie, and I found out she's almost 18 years old, Julie.
That's right.
She's not a young girl. So and I'm calling from Dayton, Ohio, and she just got up because I called her name, and she knows we're talking about her.
So Katie the cat, she's kind of the show mascot because Patty calls in about Katie has been really since the beginning, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to connect to you, Kath, and then I'm going to connect from you to Katie. And got Katie. Katie looks dehydrated, Kathy.
Oh, really?
Is she dehydrated? Yeah. She looks
that's good to know because I kind of forget that that's her tendency, and the vet did too. So that's really good to know. I can take her in and get her plumped back up.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, that's the first thing that came up was dehydration. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much because she's almost died from that twice.
Right. She's really dehydrated. Yeah, she is.
So that's really, really helpful. I knew something was up. That's why I called in. So thank you.
So she's on antibiotics right now?
They gave her one of those long-lasting antibiotic shots because she's had this is the second bladder infection she's had in 3 months.
Okay, because I'm not seeing a bacterial infection, so I think it's knocking it out, or it has knocked it out. I'm not seeing a bacterial infection right now. The big issue is dehydration.
Okay, that's good. I knew something was up, and I just couldn't put my finger on it. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, Julie.
Okay. Take care. Talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I think we're about out of time for this week, but remember my training. Can you tell I'm excited about it? Angelic attendant training. You're going to be able to do woo-woo, and then we'll go from there. I'll teach you how to do woo-woo. Obviously not everything that I do over the last, because I've studied this stuff for 6 years in class and then been doing it for 25 years. But it's going to be, you'll be able to do stuff by the time we're done with this 4 weeks. And it's not so much reading information or even hearing it. It's about me holding the vibration level high enough so that you get these skill sets and it enhances your skill sets. So by me holding this really high level of vibration, you'll match it, and that's going to help your psychic and your intuitive abilities. Because you know how I always say I have to turn my radar on and off, which I do in a nanosecond because I don't walk around scanning people because I don't think that's ethical. You'll be able to do the same thing. I'll teach you how to do the same thing. So look for that. That'll be available on my site this weekend. Remember to sign up for my free drawing, and all you have to do are 3 easy things. Follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. Write a review about why you like the podcast on iTunes at Ask Julie Ryan, and subscribe to my blog at AskJulieRyan.com. And then I pick a winner every month on the first Thursday of the month, and you win a free 1-hour session valued at $155. And I do that just as a thank you to everybody for listening and for supporting this community that we're putting together. So tell your friends and family and sign up for a free drawing. In the meantime, have a great week, everybody. Call in next week, submit your questions online, and take care. Bye now.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.